The understanding that one should never classify a being is mistaken. Without classifications, understanding itself seems to lose its meaning. To classify is to discriminate and, at the same time, to limit understanding. Understanding within imposed limits restricts comprehension, and when comprehension is limited, it ceases to be true understanding. The definition of the human being as a category is providential, as it allows for new unfoldings. Defining a human being opened the way to an incalculable number of studies that, successively, add new adjectives in an attempt to precisely characterize a being, and, consequently, a group of individuals. Human society established many of these studies as science, and, in the name of this science, justifies separation, discrimination, selection, and even the criteria of coexistence. The absurdity of calling a being human, attributing to humanity the idea of perfection, exposes the depth of ignorance and the limits of understanding to which this group is subjected. Ethics, morality, and good conduct seem to offer solutions to the philosophical dilemmas arising from the study of the works of those who were classified as thinkers. The number of schools and individuals who call themselves masters and boast of holding the task of perpetuating knowledge and wisdom often conceals an arrogance disguised as humility. Governing behavior without understanding the being results in profound sadness, both for the governed and for the governors. Submission and conformism are born from this model. The absurdity of classifying an attitude as human or inhuman and automatically considering a human attitude to be correct and perfect is the pinnacle of the ignorance that permeates the concept of humanity. Survival becomes the justification for this structure, and, in its name, the group not only struggles to maintain itself, but also to sustain the concepts that govern it. One who manages to distance themselves, even minimally, from this paradigm, perceives the impossibility of separation. The whole reveals itself in this impossibility. The supremacy attributed to the human race carries with it a peculiar genetics that, paradoxically, pushes human beings toward diminishment in the face of knowledge, while they tirelessly seek to understand the vastness of the cosmos. This genetics, which should bring them closer to wisdom, ultimately distances them from it. Values assimilated, without critical thought, through submission and imposition, sustain a being lost within itself. The romanticization of the passage through life turns into coexistence with a false poetry, skillfully constructed and marketed as yet another element of submission. The habit of elevating certain individuals to the category of geniuses imposes a false respect for the limits of being. Accepting ignorance or lack of knowledge in the face of genius is one of the worst forms of humility that a being can impose upon itself.